started. So make sure you've got a little bit of room around you here so that you can move. What we're going to do is have feet wider apart, and we're going to go down for a wide-legged squat, getting down as low as you possibly can. I'm aiming to touch the floor for myself, but I'm also aiming to keep my chest open as I do this, and then reaching up really nice and tall, even coming up onto your tippy toes as you do this, and then just back and forth a few times. So going down, coming up. This time as you go down, try and tear the floor apart with your feet so you're really engaging even more muscles. Going down and up. And now speeding it up a little bit, still tearing the floor apart, engaging a few more muscles. Beautiful. And now we're reaching up to the right and coming down to the left. Let me adjust so you guys can see me a little bit better. See if that does it. And I'm coming down to the left here and reaching up to the right. Try to include our whole body, but be gentle with it. And if you don't want to go all the way down to the floor, you certainly don't have to, right? I could just touch my knee and then come back up. Nice, awesome. So let's go to the other side. So I'm reaching down by my right foot and then reaching up to the left. Taking this time to also check in with your body, see how it's feeling today. We're moving through many joints right now. So it gives you a moment to just check in and assess how those joints are doing, how the muscles are doing, how all of you is doing. As you reach your hands up overhead this time, bring your thumbs back behind you and just feel how that feels. Not only straight up, but reaching back a little bit further. Beautiful, reaching down, out to the sides, bringing your hands apart as far as they possibly can. And let's take a really deep breath here. Beautiful. Hands down by your sides, walk your feet back in together. Now I'm going to adjust you again so you can see up a little higher. Today we're going to be mostly upper body, and we're going to do some pulses. So my palms are facing up, and I'm in this T position, and I'm going to be pulsing my thumbs back to the wall behind me. Just hanging out here, giving my upper body a little bit more of a specific warm-up. Check in with your shoulders. Aim to drop them down a little bit while keeping your hands up. Beautiful. See if you can pulse your thumbs back a little bit further towards the wall. Nice. All right, so from here, we're going to come up to the Y from the YMCA kind of position and keep pulsing those thumbs back to the wall behind you. Hopefully, you're starting to get a little bit warmer here. Lovely. As you're doing these pulses, and hopefully as your muscles are getting warmer, take a moment to notice which muscles you can feel this in. Take a moment to thank them for doing their job so well today. Beautiful. And then coming up so your hands are overhead and keeping those thumbs pulsing back behind you. Check in with your shoulders again. Make sure they're dropped away from your ears. Nice. And now what we're going to do is we're going to snow angel our arms a few times, keeping everything back in one line. So I've got a pane of glass in front of me and a pane of glass behind me, and I'm just trying to snow angel those arms all the way down and all the way up. Maybe you can feel your shoulder blades moving on your back. Feel your shoulders moving in their sockets. And feel the muscles across your upper back engaging to keep your hands back in line with your body. Nice. Good job, everybody. So let's take a few moments to just roll out through our shoulders here. Thinking about bringing your shoulders forward as far as you can, up by your ears as close as they can, and then back and down. Taking a moment to breathe while you're here. So if it feels good in any one of these positions, take a moment, just take a really deep breath here and a really complete exhale, and then move on to the next position. And then you find another one, you go, oh, I could use another breath here. Nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some arm circles that are just single arm. Now I'm aiming to keep my hips square to you guys and the floor underneath me as I do this. And I'm just going to take my right arm, reaching all the way up, all the way back, allowing a little twist through my body, but not a twist through my hips. Those are staying solid. Reaching down, reach it forward for that twist again. Sorry, my ankle is just killing me today. One more here, and then, oops, sorry guys, my tree is fighting back. Let's reverse direction here. Thinking about still reaching as far as we can in each direction. Beautiful. Okay, now for the other side. So I'm gonna, again, keep my hips squared to the wall in front of me and the floor underneath me as I reach forward and up and back and down with my left hand. Enjoying that twist, enjoying that really deep, gigantic range of motion, going a little bit further than we normally would go. You could even pause and say, wait, can I go a little bit further? Oh, I can. And let's go ahead and reverse direction on this side. Checking in with your hips again, trying to keep them square. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the twist and it feels really good and the hips move a little bit, but trying to keep it as square as you can. Wonderful. All right, from here, let's take a moment for our neck and our shoulders. So we're gonna lean the left ear over to the left shoulder and rock it back and forth here a little bit. Finding those tight spots. Coming right down into the shoulder. If I want to, as I'm leaning my head to the left, I can reach away with my right arm. I can reach back a little bit or forward a little bit, down or out to the side, and just feel how that changes the stretch. Sort of obvious that everything's connected, but then it's sort of surprising at the same time when you start playing with it. One other thing that I like to do to play with the angles is to flip my hand over so the palm is going up and see how that feels. And we're just playing with it. So you don't have to stay here for any crazy length of time. You can experiment and move on. Beautiful. Rock your head forward. Back and forth a few times. Just stretching out the back of your neck there. And whenever you're ready, coming so that your right ear is over your right shoulder. And now rolling back and forth a little bit over that right shoulder. Finding those tight and juicy spots. Places where it feels really good. And then whenever you're ready, including the arm. So if it feels good, reaching away with the left arm. And playing with those angles. So I'm reaching a little bit to the front, a little bit to the back, maybe reaching down a little bit further or out to the side. Flipping my hand over so the palm is up now. And continuing my experimentation. Lovely. Whenever you're ready, rock your head back to the center and bring it all the way up here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're just going to grab the opposite elbow, or if that's not accessible, just reaching behind you here. Once you have your opposite elbow, you're going to roll your shoulders open and back and drop them down. And just feel that opening through the front of your body. If you're not clasping your other elbow, you could just reach behind you and again, roll your shoulders back and down. And we're going to take a really deep breath in here, just sort of visualizing breathing into the front of the body. So deep breath right into your chest. Holding for just 1 second and then exhaling. One more inhale here. Beautiful. All right, and now we're gonna roll our arms in front of us, dropping our chin down towards our chest, rounding a little bit through your lower back as well, so tucking your pelvis under, and breathing into the back of your body. One really deep breath here, and exhaling completely. Beautiful. One more if you enjoy it. Lovely. Come back on up. Stand up really nice and tall. And we're going to end just taking a moment to feel your own body and check in with your own body. We only have 1 minute left. And see if there's any other body part that you would really like to stretch for yourself. We focused mostly on upper body because last week we did lower body. And so if you really need a hip flexor stretch or your lower back is tight, give that body part a little gift right now. I'm going to actually take care of my glutes a little bit by doing this figure 4 stretch where I'm flexing my foot. You can't really see it here, but I am flexing through my ankle here. I'm driving my knee back towards the wall. And then I'm just going to slide my hands down here. If I had my desk or my stool in front of me, that would feel really good to have that support. So use something solid if you happen to be joining me with this one. Then I'm going to take care of the other side. And whenever you're done giving your last body part that little gift, we're done here. I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Take care, everyone.